Welcome back. I am going to be going over the two-game LOL slate for tomorrow morning. Apologize for not having videos out the last couple days. Have been working on some stuff behind the scenes. Been announcing some stuff on Twitter. If you don't follow me there, I created an Instagram. I will be doing more like this types of videos where I use my computer. So once sports comes back, I will be getting a camera so you can record my face and stuff like that. A better one at least. Don't want to use the laptop one. And then on Twitter, want to do some written content as well, and people seem to be on board with that. So we'll do a combination of both. Hopefully, starting on baseball if baseball happens to come back this year, or football. But that will be something maybe like a Patreon or something like that. In addition to the website, because people still want me to do that, so I don't want to leave them hanging. But we're on to today's or tomorrow morning's slate, starting in about like 7 hours. So let's get started here. I appreciate it. You can drop a like down below before we get started. Subscribe if you have not already. You can follow me on Twitter. It's at the DFS Process, the website. Links in description for that. So the first game up, we have two very good teams, Gen G and T1. T1 is favored, but it's going to be a pretty close game. T1 coming off of a pretty massive, easy victory against DRX. 3-1, they dominated that entire game. And lately, they've been playing pretty well. Here and there, they slipped up in a couple spots, but when they're on, they're usually winning. And I think this is a spot where I'm going to kind of agree with Vegas. I think T1 will win this game. And then the second game, FPX is just very heavily favored. They're facing Edward Gaming. They're decent, but they're nowhere near FPX's level. And FPX coming off of an embarrassing loss against TES where they lost in 2 games, didn't even push it to 3. I think they're gonna come out and just win this game easily against EDG. So I'm gonna stick with FPX as the top stack, followed by T1 on Draftkings. It is very easy to do a 4-3 stack of those two teams. If you want to be a little bit different, I am pretty sure that the FPX players will be a lot more popular at the captain spot. So if you want to be a little bit different, maybe you have a T1 guy as your captain. But still, we'll look at LWX as one of the top plays on the slate out of the 2 games. I like Teddy from the T1 side. A little bit cheaper, you have Faker. I don't think a lot of people will go to him as captain, but I do like him here. I'm always trying to get a mid or an ADC at captain. He's a mid coming off of a solid game against DRX in that last game they played. Decent upside with him. And it's just a spot where if his team is winning, he's going to be doing a lot of damage. Should be able to put up some solid kills and assists. And he's sandwiched in between 2 players that average more fantasy points. If you see, like, he was sandwiched between like BDD and Hope, something like that. So don't know if he'll get a lot of attention, but definitely Faker, I think, makes some sense to maybe a little bit lower owned as a captain play. You don't have to go too cheap. DraftKings has done some nice pricing, so probably will spend up at captain for somebody on T1 or FPX. It'll be LWX for me, Teddy, Faker, Doinb, and TN are the guys I'm really considering. Over on top lane, Gimgoon looks very good, as does Kana. Those are the 2 that look the most appealing. If you want to be different, you have the EDG tops is very cheap at just 5,800 to be a little bit different there. At jungler, I like Cuz at 66, pretty affordable, and Tian at 7,000 looks good. We'll stick with Gimgoon here at top. At mid, Doinb is probably a priority for me. Just monster upside with him. Last game, that was just a fluke. Them losing. He still was decent with 60 fantasy points. Still managed to get over 10 assists. But he's a spot. He's a guy that can get you 90 plus. And it's a spot where they should bounce back in a pretty massive way. And then at ADC, Teddy and LWX are pretty closely priced. If you want, you can try to want both of them in there, one of them in at captain, but LWX is going to be the top play on the slate. At support, crisp and effort. Like I said, what my plan is to do an FPX T1 stack. I see myself doing a 4-3 stack of those 2 teams. I think they are the best and most likely to have the highest stack rate and the chance to win. I believe they both will win, so that's why I'm looking at like a 4-3 FPX T1 stack tonight. Fanduel here, it is a little bit different in the pricing. At Star, LWX is pretty expensive. The only guy above 10,000 on Fanduel at 10.3, followed by Teddy. Faker is pretty affordable at 8,900, so he looks like a decent option. You also have Tien at 8,900 as well. Both of those guys look good, as does probably won't go cheap enough. Won't go super cheap for like Game Goon, but definitely looking at some of those options. I think Tien can also play him at Star on FanDuel. Normally don't do junglers, but I think FPX stack on FanDuel you need 3 teams, so it's going to be a little bit different on how you approach it. You're going to have to find the best value to target one of your other players. I think you could see like at jungle or even at top you have the EDG top is cheap. At jungle you have Cleat at 85 is pretty cheap too. So just for those reasons, I have Tien at captain. At top, Gimgoon 8,800 looks very fine. Kiana 8,600 also looks pretty good as well. At jungler, I have Cuz. I like both Cuz and Tien here. 8,700 for Cuz makes some sense as a T1 stack. He had a very good game last time out. Hopefully, he can keep that going today. It's another spot that they are favored in, so that's always good. And it's always better for it to be on a winning team, obviously, in LOL. At mid, looking at Doinby, Faker, those guys look great. But Doinby, going to be a priority definitely tonight. At ADC, a little bit tough to get to Teddy and LWX, almost very difficult unless you have multiple players from teams that you don't expect to win. But I have Teddy here at ADC just based on pricing. Support-wise, Crisp, Effort will still try to get to them. And then team-wise, every team is pretty close except for EDG, but we'll definitely try to get up to FPX or T1. They're both separate by $100. FPX is better, but if you want to be a little bit different, you could go T1 there. So that's the breakdown of the 2-game slate. Not a ton. I might have like some more videos out, hopefully tomorrow, depending on what kind of slates we have for LOL. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hit the like if you enjoyed, and good luck tonight.